Alex, are you even listening? Elena's voice cut through my thoughts. I blinked, realizing I had been staring at her phone lying on the table. Sorry, what did you say? I asked, forcing a casual tone. Nothing. Just… Never mind, she muttered, grabbing her bag. Her eyes flicked away from mine too quickly. Something about that movement made my stomach twist. Wait, Elena, where are you going? I asked, standing up. Out. Just… Errands, she replied too quickly, too firmly. I frowned, the knot in my chest tightening. Errands? Now? It's late. I said I need to go, she snapped, and the sudden sharpness in her voice stunned me. I nodded, swallowing my unease. Okay, be careful. Later that night, I met Ryan at our usual diner. He slid into the booth across from me, eyes sharp. You look like hell, he said. What's up? I don't know, I admitted, stirring my coffee. Elena's? Different lately. She's distracted, secretive. Ryan leaned back, crossing his arms. Distracted? How? I caught her snapping at me over nothing today, and I hesitated. I saw a message on her phone. I wasn't supposed to. Ryan raised an eyebrow. Saw a message? Yeah, I know I shouldn't have. But it felt wrong, Ryan. It wasn't from a friend. It just felt wrong. My voice caught. Ryan's expression darkened. Alex, you need to be careful. Don't ignore it. Sometimes love blinds us. I laughed bitterly. Blinds us? Ryan, I've loved her for 5 years. We're supposed to be perfect together. No one's perfect, he said firmly. You're seeing cracks. Don't pretend they're not there. I stared at my coffee, feeling the warmth turn cold in my hands. I don't know if I can face it, I admitted. I don't want to be paranoid. I feel like I'm losing her. Maybe you already are, Ryan said quietly. His words hit me harder than I expected. Later, back at my apartment, I couldn't sleep. My eyes kept darting to her empty side of the bed. I reached for my phone, hesitated, then unlocked hers again. There it was, another message. Short, casual, but my heart stopped. I can't wait to see you later, from Daniel. I felt the world tilt. I wanted to throw the phone, scream, cry, anything. Instead, I sank into the couch, holding my head. How could she? I whispered to no one. After everything. 5 years. My voice trailed off. I thought of our anniversary dinners, our long walks, the promises we made. And suddenly, they all felt like lies. I stared at the ceiling. What do I do now? I murmured. Fear, rage, and heartbreak swirled together inside me. The quiet apartment felt suffocating. I pressed my hands to my face. I trusted you, Elena, I whispered. My voice broke. I loved you enough to believe in us. Silence answered me. No apology, no reason, just the cold realization that my life was about to change. I finally stood, pacing. I can't just ignore this. I can't. My thoughts raced. I need to know the truth. But, am I ready? My phone buzzed. It was a text from Elena. We need to talk. Tonight? I froze. My stomach sank. My chest tightened. That familiar warmth I once felt for her now felt like ice. I whispered into the empty room. I'm not sure I can face this. I'm not sure I want to. And yet I knew I had no choice. My world had shifted. There was no going back. Asterisk, I waited, sitting on the edge of the bed, my hands trembling as I clutched my phone. The apartment felt smaller somehow, like the walls were closing in. When Elena finally walked in, her expression was calm to calm. Alex, we need to talk, she said, setting her bag down carefully. Yeah. About the messages, I said, my voice barely controlled. The ones from Daniel. What the hell is going on? Elena's eyes flicked away. Alex, you, what? Were you cheating on me? I exploded. My chest felt tight and my hands were shaking. It's not like that, she insisted, her voice rising. I didn't mean for you to find out this way. It's complicated. Complicated? 5 years, Elena? 5 years and you think complicated makes it okay? My anger surged, burning hotter than anything I had felt before. please. Just calm down, she said, but there was no calm in her eyes. Only guilt or maybe just fear. I don't know if I can calm down, I said. I trusted you. I loved you. And you. I couldn't finish. My throat burned. Elena flinched. I never wanted to hurt you. I didn't know how to tell you. I never wanted it to end like this. End like this? I scoffed. You made your choice the second you sent those messages. You broke us before you even told me. She shook her head. I was scared. I didn't want to lose you. I still care about you, Alex? Care about me? I repeated, disbelief lacing my words. You care about me? While texting someone else? How does that work? Her silence was the loudest answer. I sank into a chair, running my hands through my hair. I don't know what to do, I admitted. I can't just pretend this didn't happen. Elena knelt in front of me. Please, Alex. Can't we talk? Can't we work through this? I don't know if I want to work through it, I said honestly. Right now, I don't even know who you are anymore. Her face fell. Alex, please. I shook my head. You've changed. Feel it. I feel it every day, and I ignored it because I wanted to believe in us. But now, I see everything. I can't go back. Elena's eyes welled up. So that's it? You're giving up on us? I don't know, I whispered. I want to, but part of me still. I still love you. God, I hate that I do. She reached out to touch my hand. Alex, please. I'm sorry. I'll do anything to fix this. I pulled my hand back. Anything. Is that really enough? Can you undo the betrayal? Can you make me trust you again? I'll try. I'll do anything, she said, desperation creeping into her voice. I shook my head again. Trying isn't enough. It's too late. I can't. Not after this. I can't go back to the way things were. She bit her lip, struggling to find words. Alex, please don't leave me. I don't know if I can stay, I admitted. I can't ignore what I saw, what I feel. It's too much. Too painful. Her shoulders slumped and she whispered, I never meant for this to happen. I never wanted to hurt you. I know, I said quietly. But you did. You hurt me in a way I can't fix overnight. And maybe I shouldn't fix it at all. The apartment was quiet, except for our uneven breathing. I wanted to scream, cry, run, anything. But I stayed seated, letting the reality sink in. I need space, I said finally. I need to think. I can't do this right now. Elena nodded, tears rolling silently down her cheeks. Okay, I understand. I watched her leave, the door clicking softly behind her. My chest felt hollow, but strangely, there was a small sense of relief. At least I faced the truth. At least I knew. Ryan's voice echoed in my mind. Don't ignore the cracks. I sat in the silence, gripping the edge of the chair, trying to control the shaking in my hands. Cracks, I whispered. Yeah, I see them now, and I can't unsee them. I stared at the empty room, wondering if love could survive this. My heart ached, but something else was growing inside me. Something cold, hard, and determined. I knew life was about to change, and I wasn't sure if I was ready. But I couldn't go back to the illusion either. I couldn't stop thinking about Elena. Every memory, every smile, every argument, it all felt like it was tainted now. I needed answers, but not from her. Not tonight. I needed to see. Ryan, I need your help, I said as we met at the coffee shop. I need to know what's going on with her and that guy, Daniel. Ryan leaned back, skeptical. You're serious? You want to follow her? Yes, I said, gripping my cup until my knuckles turned white. I can't just sit and wonder. I need proof, Ryan sighed. This isn't you. This is obsession. But fine, I'll come with you. We waited in the shadows near the street she usually walked down. I saw her before she noticed Aselina laughing, leaning into Daniel's shoulder. My stomach twisted. I clenched my fists. I see them. I can't believe it. Calm down, Alex, Ryan whispered. Don't make a scene, just watch. I swallowed hard. Elena's laughter cut through me like a knife. Daniel brushed a strand of hair from her face, and she didn't pull away. They kissed. Just a quick brush of lips, but it was enough to shatter something inside me. I stepped back, my hands trembling. How could she? After everything? Ryan put a hand on my shoulder. She made her choice, man. But don't do anything stupid. You can't just let this go, I muttered. My chest burned with rage and heartbreak. Later, I called Mia, my coworker who didn't know much about my personal life, but had always been supportive. Mia, I need advice, I said. My voice shook. Alex. What's wrong? She asked. It's Alina. She's with someone else. I saw them together, I admitted, my words spilling out. Mia was silent for a moment. Oh, Alex, I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. I want to confront her, but I also want to disappear from her life. I don't know what's right. You don't have to decide right now, she said softly. Just take care of yourself. Don't let her actions destroy you. Her words stayed with me, but the rage and betrayal were too strong. Later, I confronted Sam, Elena's coworker, hoping for some insight. Sam does Elena. Is she serious with Daniel? I asked, trying to keep my voice steady. Sam hesitated. Alex, I don't know all the details, but yeah, she's been spending a lot of time with him. People talk. I pressed. Is it just casual? Or... He shook his head. I can't say for sure. But be careful, man. She's not the same person you think she is. I hung up, pacing the apartment. Not the same person. I see that now. I remembered our past, the promises, the laughter, the plans we made for the future. They felt like ghosts now, memories I wanted to claw out of my mind. I grabbed my phone and stared at Daniel's social media. Pictures of them together, smiling, intimate. My stomach churned, Ryan called. Alex, are you okay? I don't know if I'll ever be okay, I admitted. Seeing her? It's like watching everything I believed in die in front of me. Then don't die with it, Ryan said firmly. You're better than this. Don't let her control your emotions. I loved her, Ryan. I really did, I whispered, tears burning my eyes. And you still do, he said. That's what makes it hard. But that love doesn't have to destroy you. You get to choose what it becomes. I clenched my jaw. I want the truth. I want her to see the consequences of her choices. I can't just let it slide. Ryan sighed. Careful, Alex. Revenge isn't simple. But I get it. You want justice, or at least closure. I nodded, staring at the wall. Closure.
Ow.
Yeah, that's it. I need closure. Later that night, I replayed the scene in my head. Elena's smile. Daniel's hand brushing hers. That laugh. That perfect, betraying smile. I whispered into the darkness of my apartment. How could you? How could you betray us like this? No answer came. Only silence. Only the sharp, empty ache in my chest that told me life had changed. I made a vow in that moment. I won't break. I won't beg. But I will make sure. You feel the weight of your choices, Alina. One way or another. Asterisk Alina didn't waste time. She was at my door before I could even process my thoughts. Alex. We need to talk, she said, her voice calm but sharp. I crossed my arms. Yeah, I guess we do. About Daniel? She flinched. You saw? Yes, I saw everything. Don't lie to me, I snapped, my voice higher than I wanted. I'm not lying. It's not what you think. She pleaded, not what I think. I laughed bitterly. Alina, I saw you smiling at him like you never smiled at me. I saw your hands touch. I saw everything. And now you tell me it's not what I think? Her lips trembled. I didn't want to hurt you. Hurt me? I said, my voice breaking. Do you know what it feels like to trust someone, to give them your everything, and have it spat back in your face? She swallowed. I made a mistake. I never meant for it to go this far. It's too late for that, I said, my hands trembling. Mistakes? 5 years, Alina? Was it all a mistake? Every promise? Every kiss? Every plan? She stepped closer. No, Alex. Not everything. Some of it was real. Shook my head, my throat tight. Real? If it was real, would you do this to me? Would you betray me? Tell me that. I didn't know how to handle my feelings, she admitted, tears rolling down her cheeks. I didn't want to ruin us, but I made a choice I regret. Choice I have to live with, I whispered. The words tasted bitter. Do you understand that? I trusted you. I believed in us. And now, I don't even know who you are anymore. Lena reached for my hand. Alex, please. I can fix this. I'll do anything. Anything to make it right. I yanked my hand away. Anything. Do you understand the word? Anything can't undo what you did. It can't bring back the years, the love, the trust you destroyed. You can't fix betrayal with words, she sobbed. I love you. I still love you. I laughed, the sound hollow. Love. Love doesn't hurt like this. Love doesn't make you look at someone else and forget the person who's been standing there for you all this time. I didn't know what to do, she whispered. I was scared. I didn't want to lose you. Then why did you betray me? I shouted, voice cracking. Why ruin everything you claim to care about? I'm sorry, Alex, I truly am. Her hands shook. I can't take it back, but I can try to make it right. Try, I repeated, my voice low. It's too late to try, Alina. I need to walk away before this breaks me completely. Before I lose myself trying to fix what you've broken. Her face fell. Alex, don't do this, please. Don't leave me. Shook my head. I can't stay. I can't pretend this didn't happen. I can't be the fool who loves blindly while my heart is shattered. I loved you. Enough to walk away before it killed me entirely. She dropped to her knees, tears streaming down her face. I can't lose you. You lost me the moment you chose him over us, I said, my chest tight, my heart aching. I can't fix this. And I won't. I grabbed my coat, my hands shaking, and walked toward the door. She called my name, her voice desperate. I'm leaving, I said, without turning back. I loved you, Alina. I really did. But I can't anymore, not like this. Not after this. The door clicked behind me, and I felt a strange mix of sorrow and relief. For the first time, I realized that walking away didn't mean giving up. It meant protecting myself. Ryan's words echoed in my mind. Don't ignore the cracks. I finally understood them fully. Outside, the night air hit me like a shock. My heart was broken, but my mind was clear. I had made my choice, I whispered to myself. Looking at the streetlights flickering in the distance, I won't let this destroy me. Not Alina, not Daniel, not anyone. I'll survive, and I'll be stronger. For the first time in days, I felt a flicker of control. I spent the first night alone in my apartment staring at the ceiling. Silence. Nothing but the faint hum of the city outside. My chest ached, my mind spun, the phone rang. I didn't answer. It was probably Alina. I didn't want to hear her voice. Not now. Not ever. I sank onto the couch, running my hands through my hair. What now, Alex? I muttered. Do I just sit here and rot? A knock on the door startled me. I hesitated, then opened it. Mia stood there, arms folded, a small frown on her face. Hey, she said softly. You okay? Yeah, I lied immediately, but the sound of my own voice cracked. You don't sound okay, she said, stepping in anyway. You've been avoiding everyone. I heard about everything. I looked at her. You did? Yeah, she said. People talk. But I didn't want to pry. I just wanted to make sure you're not completely falling apart. I let out a bitter laugh. Falling apart? Maybe I am. Maybe I've been blind for 5 years, and now everything I believed in is gone. She sat across from me. Alex, you don't have to go through this alone. I don't know if I can trust anyone right now, I admitted, my voice low. Not her. Not anyone. I thought I knew her. I thought I knew love. I was wrong. Mia leaned back, thoughtful. Maybe love isn't the problem. Maybe it's trusting the wrong person. Her words hit harder than I expected. I trusted her with everything, and she threw it away. Like it meant nothing. Then it wasn't the right person, Mia said simply. It's harsh, I know. But you can't let her choices define your life. I clenched my fists. I don't want to feel like this. I don't want to be angry and broken all the time. You won't be, she said. Not if you let yourself heal. You have to start small. One step at a time. First step. Take care of yourself. Just you, not her. Not Daniel. Stared at her. And what if I can't? You will, she said firmly. I'll help you. But you have to let go of the illusion first. Illusion, I repeated, voice heavy. Yeah, I guess that's what it was. 5 years and I was living a lie. I thought we were perfect. Mia reached out, gently touching my hand. You're not alone in this. You have friends who care. You have people who see the real you, not the version she betrayed. I looked at her, feeling the tightness in my chest loosen just a fraction. It's strange, I admitted. I feel hollow, but at the same time, a little lighter, like maybe I can breathe without her shadow over me. Exactly, Mia said, smiling softly. That's the first step. I nodded slowly, letting her words sink in. I don't know what comes next. I don't know if I can ever forgive her, or even face her again. You don't have to, she said. Right now, just focus on surviving yourself. That's enough. Her presence was comforting. I realized I didn't have to handle this alone. For the first time in days, I felt a spark of hope. Maybe I could rebuild. Maybe I could find myself again. I ran my hands through my hair, letting out a long breath. I want to be better than this. I don't want to be the guy who fell apart because of her. I want to rise. Somehow. Mia nodded. You will. And I'll be here. I leaned back, staring at the ceiling again. But this time it didn't feel suffocating. It felt like a blank space, empty, yes, but waiting. Waiting for me to fill it. I whispered to myself, I'll survive. I'll get through this. And one day, I'll look back without pain. I just need to get through today. And for the first time since everything fell apart, I felt almost alive. Asterisk, I couldn't stop thinking about Elena and Daniel. Every time I closed my eyes, their smiles haunted me. I wanted to scream to confront them, but something told me to wait. To watch. To plan, Alex, Ryan said, leaning against the doorway. You've been quiet all week. What's going on in that head of yours? I shrugged, pretending calm. Just thinking about her? He asked, raising an eyebrow. Yeah, I admitted. About all of it. About what she did? About Daniel. Ryan didn't respond immediately. Then he said, Careful, man. Obsession can eat you alive. I'm not obsessed, I muttered. I want to see her face when she realizes consequences aren't just words. Ryan frowned. You're talking revenge. And I get it. I do. But make sure you don't destroy yourself in the process. I laughed bitterly. Destroy myself, Ryan? I'm already broken. I just want some control. Just a little. That night, I followed Elena again. She had no idea. Daniel walked beside her, hands brushing hers, as if the world didn't exist. My chest twisted with rage and betrayal. She's smiling at him, I muttered under my breath. She smiled at me like that once. And now it's gone. Stolen. Ryan's voice echoed in my mind. Don't let her control your emotions. I nodded silently, letting the thought guide me. I decided to gather evidence. Not for anyone else, for me. I needed proof. Proof that her choices had consequences. The next day I sat in my car, parked near the cafe Elena often visited. I watched them from a distance. Daniel held her hand, leaned close, whispered something in her ear. She laughed, a sound that once brought me joy but now filled me with fire. I clenched my fists. Not for long, I whispered. This isn't over. Not by a long shot. Later, I met Mia. I tried to hide the dark thoughts, but she saw through me. Alex, you look tense, she said softly. What's going on? Nothing, I said quickly. But her eyes narrowed. Nothing, she asked. You've been following someone, haven't you? I froze. I'm just curious. I want to know the truth. Oh. Mia didn't argue. Instead, she sighed. Be careful, Alex. Don't let anger drive you. You're better than that. I'm not. Angry, I said, though the lie tasted bitter. I'm focused. She tilted her head, studying me. Focused or plotting? I swallowed hard. Maybe a little of both. She shook her head, smiling faintly. Don't lose yourself. Revenge doesn't heal hearts. It only burns them. I know, I said quietly. But watching them, pretending nothing happened, it's unbearable. I need something to balance it. Her words lingered, but I couldn't stop the fire inside me. I thought of Elena's smug smiles, Daniel's arrogance, the betrayal that had ripped my life apart. I needed a plan. I'm going to do this carefully, I whispered, almost to myself. I'm not reckless. I'm strategic. Let them slip. Let them think they're safe, then. Karma. Ryan's voice popped into my mind again. You get to choose what it becomes. Yes, I muttered. I choose. I'll watch, I'll wait. And I'll make sure they feel the weight of their choices. It silently, perfectly. That night I lay in bed, unable to sleep. The anger and hurt mingled with a strange sense of clarity. For the first time since everything broke, I felt in control. I whispered into the darkness, I won't break. Not Elena, not Daniel, not anyone. You think you're safe, but you're not. Not anymore. And for the first time, the ache in my chest felt manageable, like fire that could be channeled rather than consumed. I had been broken, yes, but now I was awake, and the seeds of revenge had been planted. I watched from the shadows, my heart pounding, as Elena and Daniel argued outside the cafe. The sight hit me like a shockwave. Alex, you okay? Ryan's voice came through my earpiece. I exhaled slowly. Yeah, I think so. Just look at them. You look like a kid watching fireworks, he said dryly. I'm watching the consequences, I muttered. My eyes stayed fixed on them. Daniel's arrogance had finally met its match. Elena's voice was sharp, angry, desperate. I can't believe you, she shouted. You promised. I didn't promise you the world. Daniel shot back. Stop acting like I'm your enemy. You lied. Elena yelled. All of it. You lied to me. To us. I felt a cold satisfaction settle over me. Not joy, no. This was sweeter. Karma was unfolding, naturally, perfectly. Ryan nudged me. Don't smile too much, man. You're still human. I know, I said quietly. But it's justice, not revenge. I didn't do anything. I just survived. Later, I met Mia at the park. She noticed the glint in my eyes, the calm, focused determination. You're different, she said softly. I've changed, I admitted. Watching them, seeing her pride crumble, it's teaching me something. Mia frowned. Are you happy? I shook my head. No, not really. But I'm at peace? Finally, peace. She asked. Yes, I said. For the first time, I feel in control of my emotions. I'm not at her mercy. I'm not at Daniel's, and I'm not letting this ruin me. She reached out, brushing her hand against mine. You're stronger than you think, Alex. I had to be, I said quietly. I had no choice. But watching them, their lies, their arrogance, it's falling apart on its own. That's enough for me. That night, I saw them at a party. Elena's eyes darted nervously. Daniel was fuming. I stayed hidden, observing silently. She's worried, Ryan whispered in my ear. You can see it, right? I can see it, I said, heart calm. She's realizing that everything she built on lies is fragile. And he's finally tasting frustration, anger, fear. Not a nice mix, is it? Ryan chuckled. You sound Satisfied. Not satisfied, I corrected. Content. Finally, content that the truth is catching up to them. I don't need to hurt anyone. Life is doing it for me. Later, Elena accidentally spilled wine on Daniel's expensive shirt. He snapped, yelling at her in front of everyone. I watched as her face paled, the arrogance gone. Alex, are you okay? Mia asked quietly, observing my reaction. I've never felt more focused, I said. It's strange, watching them suffer. It's not malicious. It's natural. Just karma. She gave me a soft, almost knowing smile. You've learned a lot, haven't you? I have, I said. I've learned that betrayal doesn't deserve obsession. Revenge doesn't need to be active. Sometimes surviving and letting life unfold is stronger than any plan. Ryan called. You're finally calm? For now, I said. It's like I can breathe again. Not because they're suffering, but because I'm not letting them control me anymore. They don't get to ruin my life. I do. That's mature, Ryan said. Maybe, I said. Or maybe it's just clarity. I've been broken, hurt, lied to. And now I'm awake. And watching karma do its work is a reminder that life has balance. That night, alone in my apartment, I reflected on the past weeks. The heartbreak, the anger, the betrayal lit had shaped me. I whispered to myself, I can survive. I can rise above. I don't need to fight them. I just need to live. Stronger, smarter, better. The city outside was quiet, but inside me, a storm had settled into calm. Elena and Daniel were losing control, but I had gained it. Finally, after months of torment, I felt the first real hint of peace, and I knew, no matter what happened next, I would walk away stronger than ever. Asterisk, I spent the morning running through the city streets, headphones on, music blaring. Each step felt like shaking off the weight of months of pain. Alex, Ryan called, jogging up beside me. You've been out here every morning this week. What's going on? Clearing my head, I panted. Trying to leave the past behind. You're serious about moving on, he said, grinning. Good. Finally. I have to be, I admitted. I can't let her actions define me. Not anymore. I've learned. I've changed. Ryan slowed, catching his breath. Changed how? I see now, I said, that love doesn't mean giving up yourself. Betrayal isn't something to fix, it's something to survive. And surviving means moving forward, stronger than before. Later, I met Mia at the cafe. She noticed the way I carried myself, calmer, steadier, more confident. You're different, she said softly. More you. I feel different, I admitted, smiling faintly. Less bitter, less chained to the past. Good, she said, because you deserve that. You've been through hell, Alex. I know, I said quietly, but surviving it. Surviving everything Elena and Daniel did, that's what counts. And I'm finally seeing that. She reached across the table, brushing her hand against mine. You're finally reclaiming yourself. That's important. I am, I said. It feels freeing. Like I've been trapped in a nightmare for months. And now, I can breathe again. Ryan joined us later, laughing as he waved at me. Man, you look like a new person. I'm working on it, I said. I've got to rebuild. Career, friendships. I've learned that focusing on them is stronger than obsessing over her. You're finally prioritizing yourself, Mia said, smiling. Yes, I said. And I realized that's not selfish. It's survival. And if she ever realizes what she lost, well, that's on her. I don't need to orchestrate it. Life is already balancing itself. Alex, Ryan said cautiously, are you okay with that? Watching it unfold without acting? I am, I said. Because revenge isn't satisfaction, it's wasting my energy. Living, thriving. That's the real power. And watching them falter on their own, it's enough. Mia nodded. You've grown, You're no longer a victim. I smiled faintly. I'm not. I survived, and I'm stronger. I've been broken, hurt, betrayed, but I'm rising. Slowly, but rising. That evening, I walked past Elena's apartment. I didn't knock. I didn't stare. I just kept walking, letting the memory of her smug smiles fade into the past. Alex? Mia's voice called softly behind me. I'm okay, I said. Better than okay. I'm finally free of her shadow. Free to focus on myself. You deserve that, she said. I know, I replied, smiling. And I'll keep it. Nothing and no one can take it away from me now. Later, Ryan and I met at the park again. He nodded at me quietly. You're really different. I can see it. You're not just surviving, you're living. I am, I said. It's not easy. Pain leaves scars. But those scars remind me that I'm still standing. Still fighting. Still me. Good, he said. Because you've earned this peace. I watched the sun set over the city skyline, feeling the warmth on my face. For months, I had been consumed by anger, betrayal, and heartbreak. Now, there was clarity, strength, control. I whispered to myself. I survived. I'm rising, and nothing will ever break me again. Mia and Ryan stood beside me, silent but supportive. For the first time, I truly believed it. I was no longer defined by her betrayal. I was defined by my strength, my choices, and the life I was building one step at a time. And for the first time in months, I smiled not because I had conquered them, but because I had finally conquered myself. I never expected to see her again, not after all that had happened. And yet, there she was, standing across the street, waiting. Elena, I whispered, my heart tightening. She flinched, her eyes widening when she saw me. Alex, her voice was soft, hesitant. I didn't expect to run into you, I said carefully, keeping my distance. Or maybe I did. She took a step closer. Can we talk, please? I don't know if we should, I said. My chest ached. After everything, I don't know if I want to hear your excuses. I've changed, she said quietly. I know I hurt you, and I regret it every day. Regret, I repeated bitterly. Do you know how many nights I cried because of you? Do you know how many times I doubted myself, my judgment, my love? Her eyes filled with tears. I know, Alex. I know I messed up. Can't take back what I did, but I want you to know I'm sorry. I shook my head, swallowing hard. Sorry doesn't fix this. Sorry doesn't erase the years of trust you destroyed. Sorry doesn't make me feel like myself again. I understand, she whispered. I wanted to see you, to tell you I'm truly sorry. I studied her face, searching for the person I once loved. Instead, I saw someone broken, like me, but broken in different ways. Why now? I asked quietly. Why come here after everything? I realized too late, she said. I took you for granted. I made choices I'll regret forever. You did, I said softly. And I can't forget that. Can't just pretend it didn't happen. I can't just go back to how things were. Her voice trembled. I never wanted to hurt you. I know, I admitted. But intention isn't enough. You have to live with the consequences. I have to live with them too. I was selfish, she whispered. Yes, I said. And I loved you enough to walk away first. That was the hardest thing I've ever done. But it was necessary to survive. To keep myself whole. She nodded, tears streaming silently. I understand, Alex. I just wanted you to know I'm sorry, and that I hope you find happiness. I let out a long breath. I'm finding it. Slowly, step by step. You have to find your own way too. I can't be part of your path anymore. I know, she said. I don't expect anything else. I just needed to say it. I nodded, a strange mixture of relief and sorrow washing over me. You said it, and that's enough. Closure isn't about fixing what's broken. It's about letting go, for both of us. We stood there in silence, the city humming around us. I could feel the weight lift, just slightly. The echoes of the past were still there, but I was stronger now. Stronger than the hurt, the betrayal, the anger. "Goodbye, Alina," I said softly, taking a step back. "Goodbye, Alex," she whispered, her voice breaking. I turned and walked away, feeling a sense of finality I hadn't felt before. My chest ached, but it wasn't pain alone, it was healing. It was strength. Ryan's voice echoed in my mind. "You get to choose what it becomes." I smiled faintly. Yes, I had chosen. I had survived, I had risen, and I had reclaimed myself. Mia's words also lingered. "You're stronger than you think." She had been right. I whispered into the empty street. I'm free now, and I'll keep walking forward. As I turned the corner, leaving her behind, I felt the final echoes of our past fade into the distance. The memories were still there, but they no longer controlled me. I had faced betrayal, heartbreak, pain, and I had emerged whole. And for the first time in a long while, I felt ready for whatever came next. The morning sun hit my face as I stepped out onto the street. The city felt alive, vibrant, full of possibilities I hadn't noticed in months. For the first time in a long while, I felt like I belonged in it again. "Alex." Ryan jogged up beside me, grinning. "You're actually smiling. It's weird." "I feel like it," I said, shaking my head with a small laugh. I'm free. Free from her. Free from the anger. Free from everything that weighed me down. Finally, he said, panting slightly, "It's about time. You've been walking around like a ghost for months." "I had to survive first," I said quietly. "I had to make sure I could stand on my own before I let anything else in, before I trusted myself again." Ryan clapped me on the shoulder. "Well, you're back. And stronger than ever, I can tell." Later, I met Mia at the cafe. She noticed the shift in me immediately. "You look lighter," she said, smiling. "Like you're not carrying the weight of the world on your shoulders anymore." "Not," I admitted. "It's taken time, but I've learned to let go of what I can't control. Elena's choices, Daniel's arrogance, they don't belong to me anymore." "You've come a long way," she said softly. "I'm proud of you." "Thanks," I said, genuinely. "I've been through heartbreak, betrayal, everything. Surviving it all taught me something important. I can control my life. I can control my emotions, and I can choose who I let in." She reached across the table, brushing her hand lightly against mine. "And you're ready for the next chapter?" "I think I am," I said. "I've built walls, I've healed wounds, and I'm finally strong enough to live my life on my terms. No one else's drama, no one else's lies, just me." Ryan called later that day. "You up for a night out?" he asked. "Some fun, no stress, just us?" "I'm in," I said. "It's time to start enjoying life again. It's time to embrace the world instead of hiding from it." That evening, we met at the old bar we used to frequent. The music was loud, the lights warm. I laughed with Ryan, feeling the tension in my chest ease with every joke, every toast. Mia joined us, and I noticed how different it felt. No pressure, no sadness, no ghost of Alina hovering over us. Just friends. Just life. "You look happy," Ryan said, nudging me. "I am," I admitted. "I've finally let go of the past. I'm walking into the light now, not looking back." Mia smiled. "That's a rare thing, Alex. Not many can recover from betrayal and heartbreak like you have." "I didn't just recover," I said quietly. "I learned, I grew, survived, and now I'm ready for whatever comes next." Later, walking home alone, the city lights reflected in puddles from the recent rain. I breathed deeply, savoring the cool night air. "Alex," a voice called. I turned to see an old friend waving from across the street. "Hey," I called back, smiling. "Long time no see." We caught up, laughing at old memories, sharing new ones. And in that moment, I realized something. Life wasn't about revenge or heartbreak or lingering pain. Life was about connection, growth, and living fully. I whispered to myself, I survived the worst, and I'm still standing. Stronger, wiser, and ready. The past still lingered, sure, but it no longer defined me. I had faced betrayal, heartbreak, and doubt, and I had emerged whole. I thought of Alina one last time, not with anger or bitterness, but with understanding. She made her choices, I made mine. and mine led me here, to freedom, to clarity, to peace. I felt the warmth of the city, the laughter of friends, the promise of new beginnings. For the first time, life felt like it belonged to me. I whispered into the night, smiling, I've walked through the fire, and now I'm walking into the light. And as I moved forward, I felt a sense of completeness I hadn't thought possible. I was no longer defined by betrayal or heartbreak. I was defined by strength, survival, and the courage to keep moving forward. I had loved deeply, lost painfully, and survived fiercely. And now, nothing could stop me from living the life I deserved.